Thank you very much for that introduction. Introduce Matsa Resources to you and welcome you to my speech. And certainly thank you for taking time out and listening to me today. Company, Matsa Resources, the code's MAT. There's a couple of interesting points to take away from this chart. Shares out on issue. It's a mere 177 million shares. Very low, I would suggest, by ASX standards. 22 million oppies, mainly just out of the money. Market cap today is $28 million. To me, that is a ridiculously low figure for what we are trying to achieve, and I think that ought to be re-rated in the very near future. Cash and liquids, we've got about $6 million on hand. That includes about $3.5 million worth of shares that can be sold on market. That $6 million is low of recent because we have purchased a considerable amount of assets for our Red October project, which I'll go into. I think we've probably spent about $1.5 million on CapEx that does not need to be spent. Major shareholders, ask you to note that I've put a bit of my money into this company. That was all purchased by cash, no free shares. Similarly to legend Mark Wilson before us, we paid for all of our stock, which is very important. Directors, myself, Frank Sybil, Andrew Chapman, I think Andrew's in here today as well. We're experienced, we're hungry, we will go for it. Our share price, fairly constant of late. I think most juniors probably look like this last year, but we're starting to kick up and hopefully we'll keep that trend going. Why buy Matsa? Well, I was thinking about this slide, whether I keep it in or not, but what dawned on me is I ask people that are here, have a look at the video of my presentation last year. Have a look at what I intimated that Matsa would do during the year. Then consider what we have done. Consider where we were this time last year and what we were going to do. I made no promises in that video, but I did give you some suggestions. I'm telling you now, we delivered on everything we said this time last year. And it's in living proof on video if you go to our website. So perhaps when you're looking at your consideration in Matsa, see what I said then, see what I'm saying today, and then extrapolate it out. That would be fantastic research for an investment in any company. I challenge you to do that. But we like to brag about Matsa, and I boast well. So what's our pathway to success? Obviously, we've got plenty of cash to do what we need to do. As I said, we've got $6 million. We've got a debt facility that's not due for some time. In fact, there's probably extensions that we can add to that. So cash is not a problem. We've got things that we are developing, things that are making money. Red October, I'll come to that. We are mining at Red October. We're going to make good money at Red October. We've got Fortitude Gold. We will mine Fortitude. We will make good money. And we've got others. We've got Red Dog Pit, Zalika Pit, Hill East Pit, Democrat Pit. We've probably got about another 4 or 5 that I can't talk to you at the moment about. But they're there. We are at Laverton in a world-class location. There's no doubt about that in my mind whatsoever. It's an enviable location with quality exploration tenements. We've got available infrastructure, available milling capacity, which we've proven. We've got opportunity to grow our resources, not only by exploration, but by acquisition. And everyone knows I love to do a deal, and that's what we do well. We've got a very experienced management team. So, we've got gold. Fortitude Gold's got 342,000 ounces. Red October's got just under 100,000 ounces. Our entire Lake Kerry project, there's a little bit of a typo here, that's probably more 700 square kilometres rather than 600 square kilometres. And we've got Simmons Hill. I was really enthused about Mark Wilson's talk about the Fraser Range. Well, we've got a chunk of land that's virtually contiguous to the Nova Bollinger tenement. In fact, if Mark or Mike Catkins or your team are here, come and talk to us. Let's do a deal with our Fraser Range tenements. I think that would go really well in your company. You can see what our tenement area looks like at Lake Kerry, Sunrise Dam, Wallaby, Red October. There is a plethora of mines around there. We've got 441,000 ounces of gold average of about 2.3 grams. But look at Red October, 6.9, and within that we've got higher grades still. So we've got commercial grades. It's one of the most important things when you're talking about a gold resource, in my opinion. Again, that's our map, 600 square kilometres. We are currently mining at Red October, which I'll talk about. Our strategy in Matsa Resources is to successfully find small, previously stranded gold deposits and unlock the chains around those deposits and make money out of them. Really easily said, but we've done it. We've done it twice already, last year and this year. We're going to do it again twice this year, and we'll do it again next year. We have been able to unlock the problems. We mined, Fortitude trial mine. Didn't go very well for us. We made a few errors, but we still made money. We made just a tad under $1 million. Should have been $4 million. We learnt from that, and we did Red Dog. In 4 months, we made $5.4 million cash surplus. That's a fantastic result in 5 months. We think we will repeat that. We've already got 2 new small-scale mines going forward that we think will work. So we've divided our company into 3. We've got an open pit, small stranded open pit mining sector. We've got an underground division that we've built at Red October, and we've got a very strong exploration arm. Something that we're pretty proud that we've put together, which I don't think a lot of other companies, especially of our size, can boast. So what did we get out of our recent mining? Well, we have proven beyond any doubt that we have the capacity to plan a mine, develop a mine, and successfully execute that mine. That, to me, is fundamentally important. We did Fortitude, we did Red Dog. We've created an excellent working relationship with AngloGold Ashanti. We've got a very detailed, very strong, very favourable MOU with AngloGold. That helps us a lot. Sunrise Dam Gold Treatment Plant, of course owned by AngloGold Ashanti, is ideally suited to the ore that we produced at Red October, in particularly Red October. We have laid the pathway to build a company here, and we will build on that process. The positive experiences in the past has led us to many new opportunities, and we will exploit that to the best of our ability. So those future mining opportunities look like this, and I'm very restricted in what I can say and what I can't say. As I said, we've got proven capacity to mine in Lake Kerry. We have started mining at Red October. We made an announcement, beginning of this week it was. We will start with 10,000 ounces over 7 months. But just think about it for a sec. If you divide 10,000 ounces by roughly 6 months worth of production, because it takes us a month to get there, then you multiply that by 12 for 12 months, that equals 20,000 ounces per annum. What's a company's market cap worth if you're producing 20,000 ounces per annum? Interestingly, we did that last year. We're going to do it again this year. Add to that the potential for Fortitude. Fortitude Gold, we did the trial mine in 2017. We produced circa 12,000 ounces. I believe, and we haven't finalised the feasibility studies yet or the optimisations, but we're not far away. I believe Fortitude can go into production this year, and I believe it can potentially produce 30,000 ounces per annum as an open pit. So you add what we're going to produce at Red October, add to that what we're going to produce potentially at Fortitude, you might be talking 30, 40, 50,000 ounces. The graph's going to look good. The brokers and the investors have to take note. They have to turn around and give us credibility that we are a producer. Just because we're explorers doesn't mean we're only explorers. We're different. Zuleika, this is another small pit. This is a Red Dog strategy lookalike, if you like. It's not as big. It won't be as profitable. You don't make $5 million every 3-4 months all the time. But I think that'll still be a very handsome return. I'm hoping this will go into production in July, August. And then we've got others that will continue to go on. So we are really busy, and that's what you want to see if you're throwing money at us. Very important thing to note, we've only ever done 1 capital raising in 6 years, and that was for $2 million to get some strategic Singaporeans on board. So I'm running out of time, but Red October Gold Mine, I think a lot of you know Red October. We bought it off Saracen Resources. It wasn't part of their desired portfolio of assets. We love it. We bought it for $2 million. Came with a camp that I personally value at $4 million. So it's an absolute bargain. It's a Poli deal. I love it. We believe it's a narrow, high-grade, quartz-hosted gold deposit. 342,000 ounces have already been mined at 6 grams per tonne. The mine was kept completely dewatered, completely mine-ready. We did that. We have purchased the entire mining fleet. We have purchased all the surface and all of the underground gear that is required for us to go mining. The only thing we don't have is some pumps, which we are currently renting, and that might change. It includes a modern 68-person camp. It includes all the haul roads to get to Anglo or to get to anywhere else. We are very close to other gold large mines. Everything we need to go mining is there, so that's what we've done. We have commenced mining. Out of the resource, which is 85,000 ounces at 13 grams per tonne, we commenced mining this year. We expect first ore to get delivered to the mill in April. We haven't finalised which mill yet, but I think we all know where it's going to go. Out of the first 7 months, we expect to do about 10,000 ounces of gold from 56,000 tonnes, average grade of 5.61. We have assumed that our lodes are only 1.5 metres wide. We are mining from 8 different lodes. We know that some of those lodes are going to be considerably wider. That means our production could be considerably higher than 10,000 ounces. Some lodes will be narrower than 1.5. We are currently looking at the metallurgy. We think we're going to have recoveries of somewhere between 86 and 92%. Some of our ores got arsenopyrite. That'll absolutely decimate the metallurgical recovery, but we won't mind that. We will leave that alone. In total, we've already developed 27 new resource targets where we think there will be more gold. So, are we going to stop mining after the 7 months? Absolutely not. Not if I've got anything to do with it. We will continue. I'm hoping this will be a mine for many, many years to come. Hence the value proposition in our company. Hence why you ought to consider get on board now. There is significant upside at Red October. We've already identified many different targets, as I suggested, 27 targets in total. The Bruce Lode, Nemo, Eastern Breaks. There is potential for upgrading existing areas where we're currently mining. We think that that 10,000 ounces will, we think that's a very conservative amount, and we think it'll go better. We've just finished mechanical studies, and we think that we've got considerable area for new discovery. Then we've got surface discoveries. We can actually drill from the surface down. We're getting intercepts at surface within a few kilometres. Nautilus, just under 6 grams a tonne. Causeway, 3.2 grams a tonne. There is a lot of different areas that we can attack at Red October, and we will attack. That's why we want to keep the exploration going. Touching bases on Fortitude. As I said, we did a trial mine in 2017. That went well. Could have gone a lot better. Stage 2 needs a gold price of about $1,800, $1,850. Well, we're there. Today, we're looking at about $875 this morning. So we are all guns going for Stage 2 Fortitude. My opinion is that this will be 30, 40,000 ounces per annum going forward. We already have strong interest in a toll milling operation for this, which is proximal, so that all works. We've already done previous studies. This is a money maker as it stands today. Theoretically, we would have no impediments in declaring a reserve, but we won't until it's ready to go mining. So we're finalising the optimisation, we're finalising all the studies. We believe that all the ducks are lining up for Fortitude 2 to go into production. So I'm calling that more than likely will happen this year. There is potential for underground resource once we've finished the pit. I'm going to have to skip the exploration side of things. I've run out of time. But exploration is aplenty at Lake Kerry. Come and talk to us at the booth. Fortitude North's very interesting. BE1's very interesting. Most important thing is, what are the value drivers? We've got a clear and committed growth plan. Currently mining, we've got production plans, portfolio of quality gold targets, very experienced and very committed board, very strong balance sheet for a junior, supportive and tight shareholder base, which I thank them for. We're committed to creating shareholder value through targeted exploration and mining. Thank you.